So for my refutation speech, I decided to do the negative aspects of being a nurse and the downfalls, in my opinion, or what is really affecting me at this moment. One of the big epidemics, it's being considered an epidemic in the nursing field right now, is nursing burnout, which I look the way that I look right now because I wanted you guys to truly see what a nurse that just worked a 56 to 58-hour work week looks like after their last 16-hour shift. Um, where I work is really short staffed, which I mentioned in my last video, I believe, and so all of us are having to pull extra shifts when we can, work extra on our days off, or stay later when we're supposed to be off of our shift, which is what happened to me all this week. So this is really one of the biggest downfalls of the nursing profession, in my opinion, and it really sucks because there isn't a whole lot that can be done with it if your hospital is short staffed. So I thought that I would explain what nursing burnout is and why it happens. So according to Christina Erickson, burnout is categorized as a physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion. While stress is defined as over engagement, burnout is defined as disengagement. And burnout can lead to dulled emotions, which is really bad when you're taking care of patients, and detachment, um, as well as it undermines motivation to work, leaves some with a sense of feeling hopeless. And for those that experience burnout repeatedly, you come into work and you just are going to have a bad day from the very beginning, which is not good. So, why it happens, one I already kind of mentioned, or how it's affecting me, is the long shifts. A normal nursing shift can be 8 to 12 hours or 10 to 12 hours. And like I said, I've been working 16-hour shifts all this week. And legally, the state of Colorado cannot keep a nurse at work past 16 hours, which is, I mean, still way too much in my opinion. 13 hours is too much. But that's the state that we live in, and I work for the state, so I don't have a say in it. Another reason is putting others first, which as nurses we tend to do that. That is our profession. We're putting others before ourselves. That's our job. So it's really easy to forget about taking care of you. Like, I know that another big issue with nurses is not having time to even go to the bathroom throughout that whole shift. And that's something that you're putting others before your own needs, which is really bad. So, another thing is busy, high stress environments. So, nurses that work in ER, ICU, or like where I work at a state psychiatric hospital, it's a high stress environment. There's really acute patients. There's fights that break out. You know, these patients, they can go off on a tangent and try to hit everybody within 2 minutes of just laughing and smiling with everybody. So it's always a very high stress, very tense environment. And then another reason, which I don't deal with it a whole lot, but it's another thing that can cause nursing burnout, is dealing with sickness and death. You know, as nurses, we take care of people that can be terminally ill, or, you know, can all of a sudden just die, come into the ER, and, you know, you have to do chest compression, CPR, and then they die. And that is something that can cause nursing burnout as well. So, I mean, this is something that I feel affects my personal life, which, you know, I am a mom. I'm not a single mom. Thank God for that. I have help with my son from my husband, but I mean, this week it still sucks because I don't get to spend as much time with my family as I want, and I don't get to see my husband as often as I would like to, especially with his work schedule. So, and it's all because of work. And we as nurses typically do spend more time with our patients and at our hospitals than we do at home, which is also a problem and can lead to burnout. You kind of have to weigh the benefits with the negative. You know, as nurses, we get paid really well and everything, but you have to think about yourself. Is it worth being this tired, feeling this exhausted, which is where I'm at right now. You know, and I go back to work, for example, I get a few days off, thank God, but I go back to work on Tuesday, and I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, I believe. So it's going to be another long week, and I'm sure that I won't get out of work on, you know, the designated times that I'm supposed to because of staffing needs or, you know, whatever is the issue on the unit. So this is something that is really getting worse, especially at the hospital that I work at. And it's gotten to the point where the health department has even come in because they're mandating people at my job, they're mandating people to stay over, and they're not finding relief for people at that 16-hour mark, which, you know, at that point, at 16 hours, it gets to where you're almost not any help because you're so tired. It's almost dangerous to be at work. You know, med errors can go up, especially where I work with seclusion and restraints. If that happens and something goes wrong because somebody is too tired to pay attention and that patient dies, then there goes, you know, your nursing license. So, yeah, at that point, you're not even really a use to your staff members, your team, because you're just so tired. And so, with the health department coming in and out, and I'm sure you guys have seen some things in the newspaper about the Colorado State Hospital or CMHIP. There's a whole bunch of things that have been going on for the last year or so since I've been there. So they're trying to make a change, but it just isn't happening fast enough, and therefore all of us look like this and are super tired. So, anyways, I just thought that that would be a big topic that I would talk about for this speech, because all the other aspects of nursing I absolutely love, which I stressed in my last speech, but this is definitely getting to be one of the biggest things that I hate about it, is just feeling so exhausted, so tired, and coming home and not being able to have any energy left for my family. So if you go into nursing, that is definitely something that you need to think about before you start any of the nursing school or nursing classes, because it is a reality. You know, you will at some point get nursing burnout and be exhausted like I am right now. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know, ask in the discussion board. But that is my refutation speech. Thank you. Bye.